Hi, I'm Lukasz Musialski.
And I'm Leo Severino.
And this is the Wall Street Lab podcast, where we have conversations with top minds in finance, including investment bankers, private equity and hedge fund managers, venture capitalists, and much more.
So here's a little taste of what you can expect from the upcoming episodes.
Have you ever wondered how Wall Street looks from an insider perspective? The deals, for example.
The founders of Blackstone were the people running M&A. So this was completely the opposite from Hamburg. You were thrown in the deep end, working on deals. Within 6 months, I was out in Hong Kong for 3 months, working on one of the biggest restructuring of the a company that ended up being owned by the family, the Tung family, he became the first governor after the British left.
The work-life balance.
No joke. We slept under the desk. We did that. Obviously, if you are in the investment banking industry and from a time point in terms of how much time you have to invest, it hasn't changed before the crisis and after the crisis. You have to work a hell lot of hours there. And that is required. If you don't do this, you are out, and there are 100 people outside who want to do this. And I think this is a fair concept because everybody who picks that up knows precisely what this is about.
I think I should add one more. It was work, and then carrot, right? Because the reality was you got such. Even by nowadays standards, right? You would have to work crazily hard, many weekends, almost every weekend. I would say at least one all-nighter a week. But then every year you get 200% of your salary as a bonus every year. So you got very well remunerated. And I would say that was the one difference of working in America. In America, if you're making money for the firm, they don't mind how much they pay you. Whereas those days in England, there was still kind of a ceiling, right? You can't pay this chap too much money.
The financial crisis.
The definition of a stock market crisis is when all the secretaries are queuing up to look at the Reuters screen, right? That they've never looked at before. And it's just dropped 600 points in one day, right?
The meetings.
In my case, it was extremely helpful to have this brand behind you, because in private equity, one of the key success factors is to get access to good managers. And access to managers often is a function of reputation and name. And having Credit Suisse on your business card was extremely helpful to get an entree with all the famous private equity funds.
The best start of a meeting is always, good evening, Mr. Stoll. Can we go through the presentation? No, we can't. Because this is a well-prepared stuff, and I won't let you be in your comfort zone. And I certainly don't let you run through your 35 pages to read me through that. Obviously, there are a lot of things you have to ask, but most importantly, what you have to do is you have to prepare yourself. You have to check what they do, and checking what they do means not sitting in a meeting room and letting them go through a presentation stack. You have to go to their desk and you have to ask them, can I sit in your chair? And they look at you, why? And I want to see where the sheets are you talked about in your presentation. Can you pull that up? And that's when they suddenly get shaky, because they're probably not prepared. And if you see that out of 50 Excel sheets, the top 2 are saved this morning, the next 10 are saved last Monday, and the remainder last month, it's time for Starbucks and a coffee.
The first episode will premiere on December 1st, 2016. You can listen to it on iTunes, YouTube, or your favorite podcasting app. To get the latest episodes, please subscribe to our newsletter on our website and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And see you soon.